What's going on, everyone? Today we are taking a look at the INMO GO AR glasses. These glasses are packed with several different features to simplify many things throughout your everyday life. Taking a look at some of the specs, these have real-time translation in several different languages, built-in teleprompter features, ChatGPT integration, hands-free calling, and much more as well. All right, so taking a look at the glasses themselves, I love how simple and minimalistic these are. There's a lot of AR and XR glasses out there that look like a piece of technology on your face. They're very bulky or they have kind of a futuristic design to them. But as you can see here, these pretty much just look like regular ordinary glasses. Yes, it's a little bit thicker than a regular frame, but at a distance, if someone is wearing them, you really wouldn't look twice or think anything about it. And another thing I really like compared to many other glasses on the market is these are also very lightweight as well, as these weigh only 52 grams. So having this on your hand or wearing them on your face, you don't feel any extra weight. Again, a little bit heavier than regular glasses, but not that much of a difference that it's going to feel uncomfortable or really noticeable. And last but not least, these are completely wireless. So unlike most other glasses on the market where you got to connect the USB-C cable and use your phone to power them and kind of be the brains to the glasses, these actually work independently. So these work on Bluetooth 5.3 and they also have a built-in battery as well. So again, you do not need to connect these to any other devices. Just put them on your face like regular glasses and just like that, they're ready to go. As you can see right here, you have this little square on the lens, and that's where you get your images from that's inside glasses. And this uses a micro LED optical engine to transmit content onto a pair of waveguide lenses, which then project it about 6 feet in front of you. So it kind of just looks like a car HUD with text just floating out in the distance. It's a bit difficult to capture this on camera, but as you can see, it's just green text that floats just like that. And right there in the middle, that's where you have the time display. And then there's a few other menu items on there as well. Almost forgot to mention, this also has a max brightness of 2000 nits. So even if you're walking outside in the bright sun, you're still going to be able to read this very easily. All right, so diving into some of the features. First off, this has advanced translation, and this supports 11 languages covering over 80 countries and regions. And this is a real-time translation as well. One thing I really like about having translation on these glasses is it maintains the human connection. So I know there's a lot of devices out there where you can look at an app and basically hear what the person is saying and see the translation right there on the app. But I think that kind of removes the human connection because while you're talking to them, you have to look down at your phone and kind of keep doing that. You're not really having a regular conversation. But with this one, you could maintain eye contact, look at them while they're speaking, and as they're talking to you, you'll see exactly what they're saying being translated right there in the glasses. So it kind of gives you almost like a futuristic cyborg kind of ability. Yes, you don't understand the language that they're speaking, but thanks to these glasses, you can very quickly in real time get that translation right there directly to your eyes. All right, so with the glasses, there's also a companion app, and this basically mirrors what you're seeing in the glasses. Since it's hard to record the little screen inside the glasses, I'm just going to show you here on the phone. But keep in mind, everything that I'm seeing here will be projected right here onto the lens if you are wearing the glasses. So to start the translation is very easy. You don't have to fumble around with the app or anything like that. There's a touch button right here on the side of the glasses. And right now you can see it's paused. Let me go ahead and change the language here to Spanish. So to start the translation, as you're talking to someone approaches you, maybe they're speaking Spanish, all you gotta do is click on this little touch button right here. So for example, let me go ahead and start it. So if they say, Hola, ¿cómo estás? And as you can see right here, it shows me what they said, and then it also shows me the translation right there. I paused it, otherwise it's gonna pick up my language that I'm speaking right now and keep translating. But definitely very useful. As I said, it makes it a lot easier to, in real time, translate what a person is saying without being very noticeable that you're looking at a translation. Besides conversations with people, this is also going to be great for watching media as well. So say if you're watching something in Spanish or Chinese and maybe that show doesn't have built-in subtitles, you go ahead and just watch the movie like normal. And right here in the glasses, it'll translate everything that's happening so you can understand the show as well. And just to show you right here, this is all the languages that it has built in. So definitely a very good translator, and by far my favorite kind of translating device so far. But once again, unlike most other translator devices, these can actually do much more than that as well. Up next, these also have a very convenient smart teleprompter. So instead of relying on a traditional teleprompter looking across the room to a screen, right here you have it digitally inside your glasses. So you could be teaching a class, giving a presentation, anything that'll basically require you to remember some words or bullet points, and no one would have any idea that you were looking at notes because you would just be wearing your glasses. And then right there in your own privacy, you'll have all the information that you need right there in the glasses. Besides giving speeches or presentations, this is going to be good for teachers or even people like me that film YouTube videos. Typically, I write my notes down on a phone, but with this, I could just film and see everything I need right there on the lens. Again, it's a bit difficult to film this on camera, but I made a test teleprompter and put it into the glasses right now. And it's kind of blurry here on the camera, but you can see it says this is a test teleprompter to help you, and then so on, so on. And this is what I typed in right here, and that's being projected onto the glasses. And you could change it from manual to automatic scrolling. You could change the font size, and then you can also have how big you want it on the screen as well. And coming right here, this is where you enter your prompts, and you can have several different teleprompts on here depending on what you're doing at that time. Just like a notepad, you just open that up and paste in or type whatever you need to put, and then very easily you can just project that onto the glasses. Alright, so while the translation and teleprompter features are very handy to have, those are more special use case scenarios. You're not going to be needing a translator every day. You're not going to be needing a teleprompter every day. But for those other regular days, these also have several different useful features as well. So first off, you have ChatGPT Integration. So again, instead of having to pull out your phone to ask it something, there's a button right down here. You just hold on that and that'll bring up the ChatGPT prompt. And you can ask it pretty much anything. You could ask Google or beyond that as well, because again, this is AI technology, so it could give you directions, it could give you a definition, it could even summarize a book or movie, and so on, as ChatGPT is a very useful tool. Having this feature on the glasses is going to make it easier to get really quick on-the-fly information. So if you see a building over there and it has weird flowers on it, instead of having to take out your phone, type all that in, you can simply push that button and say, what's the building with flowers on it on so-and-so street? And then ChatGPT will do its thing and give you the answer right there very quickly. And this does have stereo speakers right here on the glasses legs. So besides the text, it's also going to read and speak to you as well. So let's go ahead and give this a try. What zoos are in Chicago? Now it heard my question. Let's see if it picks up the sound.
Chicago has two main zoos. Lincoln Park Zoo, located in Lincoln Park and free to the public, and Brookfield Zoo, situated in the suburb of Brookfield.
Alright, so as you just heard, that came out of the little speaker right here in the glasses. And then once it's open, all you gotta do is tap this button again and ask your next question. Will it rain tomorrow in Chicago? Put this to the microphone again.
Tomorrow's forecast for Chicago shows a chance of rain in the afternoon. Make sure to carry an umbrella just in case.
And there you have it. Tomorrow's gonna rain, so I should bring an umbrella. Same thing, maybe you're having a conversation with someone, you don't know what a word means. What does ramification mean?
Ramification refers to a consequence or result of an action or decision, often with
Alright, so I cut it off, but basically it's going to give you the whole definition. I'm not sure how it's going to sound on camera, but I am putting this right against the microphone, so if it sounds a little distorted, that'll be why. But in person, it is very clear and also has adjustable volume to get it as loud or as low as you need it. Pretty much any everyday question, just click that button and you have a little personal assistant built right into the glasses. As I just showed you, you have stereo speakers, so you can also use this as a hands-free Bluetooth headset. So kind of the modern 2025 version of the Bluetooth headset, but instead of having that obvious earpiece, you can go ahead and have a more low profile and invisible version. Just go about your day wearing your glasses. Someone calls, you just tap on that, and right away you can both hear them and talk to them right there on the glasses. And besides all of those features, you can also use these glasses to listen to music as well. Once again, this has stereo speakers that sound good and have a loud volume. So this does get loud enough to easily enjoy music right there on the glasses. So instead of having to take your earbuds or headphones with you, if you have your glasses, then you automatically have headphones with you as well. And since the speaker location is right by your ear, this will get loud enough for you to hear it, but still maintain a good amount of privacy comparable to earbuds as well. And last but not least, another great feature on these glasses to once again help you with your everyday routine is you also get phone notifications directly on the glasses. So having them on your glasses actually makes them quicker than having them on your phone. Because yes, you're going to get the notification at the same time, but if you get a notification on your phone, you'll feel it vibrate. You got to take it out of your pocket, unlock the screen, and see what that notification is. Whereas these, you're just walking around enjoying your day. And then when a notification happens, boom, it'll pop up right there on the screen and you'll be able to see it immediately, much, much quicker. It will just be a quick snapshot of the notification. So if you get a text message, it'll tell you a slight little preview along with who it's from. So if it's junk or someone you don't care to reply to, you don't have to waste your time taking out your phone. And then if it is someone you reply to, that's when you go ahead and take out your phone. So in the end, it kind of saves you time from having to check spam notifications on your phone as well. So besides text, you're also going to see your notifications from Snapchat, Instagram, your incoming calls, your bank statements, and so on, so on. Basically, if the notification happens on your phone, then it'll also happen right here on the glasses. All in all, definitely very convenient glasses. As I said earlier, these have many different features to help simplify everyday regular tasks and then also help streamline the way you interact with your phone and notifications as well. Overall, these are definitely great AR glasses. They work well, they feel well made, and best of all, they also come at a very good price as well. All in all, if you happen to be shopping for smart glasses, I would highly, highly recommend these here, which again are the INMO GO AR glasses. If you would like to purchase or get more information, I'll also have the link in the description as well. All right, well, that about wraps up this video. As usual, if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop me a comment and let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.